Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to welcome you back to a new episode of EveryWoman TV, the channel that has been created to help women in business. We are here on Sky Television, and we are here and ready and prepared to promote you and showcase your small business to the entire world. So I take this opportunity, like I always say, to invite you if you are a woman in business. This is the show for you. Every Woman TV is the channel created for women. So, once again, my name is Carol Azams. I am your host, the founder, and producer of Every Woman TV. So, on the show today, I can tell you that this episode is jam packed. Why? Because this will be the first time that I am going to introduce you to the second segment of this show, which is all about books and authors. I have two authors joining in. One of them is joining in from New Zealand, and the second author is from the United States of America. First of all, before we get to that, let's start with Every Woman TV, the main program of this show. I'm happy to bring in my first guest, and that will be Jennifer Lynn Feeders, who joined us for the first time the week before last. That is 2 weeks ago. Jennifer is back again with us this week. So I'm happy to present you with Jennifer. Welcome to Every Woman TV.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Jenny, and I am with the 123 Mom Squad, and I have been a chronic pain warrior for over 20 years, most of my adult life. And it wasn't until recently that I decided that I was no longer going to live my life according to what is on my doctor's summary list. Every time you check out at the doctor's office, right, you get this little summary, and mine can be a page long, and they are a continuation. And I just kept feeling hopeless and sorry for myself. And the one word that I always thought I was broken. I considered myself broken. And when I looked at myself in the mirror, there were days that I just felt so defeated and so run down and beaten down by everything that I was experiencing in my life and going through. And doing that while being a mom is doubly hard. It's extremely difficult and challenging to just get out of bed and know that what am I going to be faced with in the world today? What kind of challenges, what kind of pain, how am I going to get through the day? Do I have a time for a nap? My kids are now 12 and 13, but when they were young and they still napped, I had to nap. There was no way that I could even try to do anything around my house or get any odds and ends done because I couldn't make it through the day. I mean, I guess most parents at that age, when your kids are that young, can't make it through the day without a nap, or they just pass out when the kids go to bed, right? But I couldn't let my chronic illnesses or my chronic pain kind of run my life anymore. It wasn't until after the pandemic, or actually during the pandemic, that being stuck in the house with my kids 24/7, even though I was a stay-at-home mom, I'm still a stay-at-home mom, I had to get out, and not just out of my house, but out of my head and out of my body. I didn't feel like I belonged there anymore. I didn't feel like it was me anymore. I wanted more. I needed more in my life, and I know that I deserved more. And for me to allow whatever it is that the doctors tell me that I should be feeling or not feeling, I couldn't listen to them anymore. So after having listened to many podcasts and all these inspirational talks, I love quotes, your mindset really has a shift, and your brain is so important to you and runs everything in your body. The more that you feed your brain the quote unquote good stuff, your body is going to feel better because you're technically running your brain with like the good fuel. I consider like our bodies like a car. If you put diesel fuel in a car that's supposed to have regular gasoline, it is not going to run right. That goes for what it is you're putting in your body, as well as your diet, What are you feeding your body? Are you loading it with sugar and carbs and caffeine to make it through the day? And yes, I absolutely was. I needed a cup of coffee at 2 o'clock. Sometimes I'd have a cup of coffee at 5 o'clock because I just felt like it helped me get through the remainder of the day. However, that is the stuff that your body is not going to run on. It's just not. It's impossible. And not only for your body, but for your brain. Feed positive vibes and gratitude and being able to pause in a moment and knowing that you're making the right decisions throughout the day. It is so very powerful what it is that you tell your mind. Are you done feeling broken? If you're not, and you really still want to feel sorry for yourself, then you're going to feel sorry for yourself. You have to make the shift. It's ultimately up to you to make the shift. But I want to help you. I can go 30%, but you have to go the rest of the 70. If you want to know how I changed my life around and beat, and I don't want to say beat because chronic illness may still continue to be in my body. I don't think it's something that I'll ever get rid of, but it's not in my head anymore. It's not in my head. I kicked it out. It's gone. I don't want it to be there anymore. It takes up too much space. I'm not giving it time. And I am here to share my story and my journey with you all to let you know that life is so much better when it's worth living, and worth living with energy and having and just fully being blessed and grateful for each and every day. And also grateful for what my body has endured. It's gone through so much. And so I consider myself a chronic illness warrior, and I am a hero in my own body. And I also want to show my children that I'm not going to be defeated. Reach for the people that inspire you. Songs. What music inspires you? When you're feeling down and out and broken and defeated, put on that good music. And it doesn't have to be like Sarah Bareilles, I want to be brave and all of that. And sometimes I can do that, but I love Def Leppard. If you look at my cover art on my podcast, 123 Mom Squad, I have a Def Leppard shirt on, and I'm like, yeah, that is like what gets me going. And sometimes that's all you need. Give yourself 3 minutes to like process this like amazing song that makes you feel alive and come alive. I know that you have the power within you to do the same thing. If you want to know more about what it is that I do and who I can help, and if I can help you, I would absolutely love for you to reach out to me. You can email me at momsquad123@yahoo.com. And also all of my social media links and episodes to my podcast, everything is also on my website at 123momsquad.com. I look forward to hearing you, and don't ever feel broken because you're not. Your life is worth living and living to the fullest.
Great. That's amazing. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm happy to go to the next guest on the show. Today with me is Amanda Kunkel. Amanda, over to you. What have you got for us today on the show? Welcome to EveryWoman TV, Amanda.
Welcome. My name is Amanda Kunkel, and I help women entrepreneurs connect to the universe to deliver their fastest, easiest, most aligned path to 7 figures. I am popping back today to talk about how to get unstuck in sales. So, first of all, been there, totally get where you're at right now. Okay. I don't want you to feel like there's anything wrong, you're doing anything wrong. All that there is, and I don't even want to call it a block. The universe does not call it a block. The blocks, like the universe is like, it's really not like that. Here's what the universe says this is. When you're stuck in sales, you simply just aren't in that vibration to allow and receive them. If we loop back to the video training that I did on your superhighway of abundance real quick, that is putting yourself in the vibrational state of allowing all of your desires to be received. It is how your body is vibrating, how it is feeling, as well as your whole vibrational state. Of course, this is on top of things like practical action steps and setting your intentions. However, when you get unstuck in sales, it's because you're not constantly on your superhighway of abundance. You're coming off of your superhighway of abundance. Now, first way that you know you're off it is because, well, you're really not feeling good. You're not feeling in your jive. You're not feeling as happy, excited, exuberant, or as I call it, that happy birthday morning, right? Excitement just booming from your body. You don't feel that way 24/7. So how do you get back on it? Or again, because it is not a destination, it is simply a vibrational shift. It's how to get yourself back into that vibration. It can take some doing, but I got to tell you, with some very simple practice, 30 days or less, you can get yourself back into that vibration on your own over and over again. Okay. Now, I will say how much you lean in is how big your results will be. And that is entirely up to you. That being said, let's go back over some key tips and tricks to stay in this state of your superhighway in abundance to allow and receive all of those sales, thus getting those stuck sales moving again. Okay, here we go. So immersion. The best way to do this is to constantly be around only positive, uplifting things that feel like, yay, happy birthday morning. Yep, that's right. So a couple ways you can do this. One is I love listening to the various, so whether they're mine or anybody else's, listening to the various teachings, the positive uplifting frequencies. I also love putting on binaural beats. Okay, this talks to your vibrational center, and I just have them on the background throughout my entire day. So if I can't actually be listening to somebody talk, I have this moving through my body with the binaural beats. It's the exact same way of saying to yourself, back onto the superhighway, back onto the superhighway. Okay, next one is, take a deep breath with me. It's letting yourself catch when you start to come off it, when you start to feel a little wobbly, like a top, right? You spin it and then when it slows down, it starts to wobble. So when you feel the wobble, the best way is to, how can I get myself back on this? Well, get yourself back into immersion. Only read, listen to audiobooks that are about pure positive outcomes, about desires manifesting. Okay. I love Jen Sincero's You Are a Badass. That's one of my favorite ones that I have. And I'll just, as I'm folding laundry, doing dishes, like whatever it is. Okay. Having that one in on the background as well. Only watching television or reading books. And here's the thing, you don't have to read business books. It's just any sort of book that has that pure, positive, uplifting message, that message of excitement, of love, of joyfulness. Only surrounding yourself with people like that. Now, I know you can't just shut yourself off for the world. The more you practice this, you can go out into any situation in the world and stay on your super highway of abundance, and you're not even noticing other people's stuff coming at you. Right? Like Wonder Woman with her, the cuffs that deflect the bullets. It's like that, except you're not even realizing you're having to do that. It is simply happening because of the vibrational state that you're in. So it does take doing. And I do know your brain's sitting there fighting back. Your own inertia is going, that sounds too simple, lady. That is a lie. Well, when your mind and your ego throw that up in your face, that's exactly where you need to lean in over and over and over, and give yourself love and acceptance and gratitude and graciousness, because the results are astounding. The more you lean in, the more you receive, then the more you receive, the more you receive. I have some fabulous other YouTube videos coming up on allowing and receiving. Check back to my channel, staying on YouTube with me, and I look forward to sharing even more juicy good bits. Until then.
So like I said before that, I'll be introducing the first set of authors on our new segment to Every Woman TV show. And we call it the Books and Author TV as part of our show. So I have the first authors to showcase on this show. An author joining in from New Zealand, and the second author is joining in from the United States. I think I'm going to introduce the author from the United States first, and his name is Edward Yatzkov. Edward will be talking to us about his book that is titled The Teeth of the Crocodile. So, hi Edward, I'm happy to introduce you to our Books and Authors show. You are one of the first authors to appear on this particular show, this particular segment of our show. So I am very happy and excited to welcome you to the Books and Authors TV, right here on Sky Television. So welcome, Edward. Tell us all about your book, please.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to Book and Author TV. Thanks for tuning in. I am Edward Yatzkov, and I've written 13 novels, some middle grade and young adult, as well as travel and short stories. Some of my work has won awards. 6 of my novels are crime reads and include a firefighter crime series. Firefighter crime novels are rarities in the genre, and I'll bet you've never read one. In this broadcast, I'm introducing to you my crime thriller, Teeth of the Cocodrilo, or in English, Teeth of the Crocodile, set in Mexico. This book will take you on a wild ride to sandy beaches and palm trees, where you'll meet some very bad guys. Plenty of crime, secrets and obsessions, murder and revenge. With plans to grow his Mayan Riviera dive tour business, Aaron Landers falls hard for the alluring Maria Vasquez. When he rescues 2 children from a car accident, little does he know they are the sons of Commandant Luis Gutierrez, head of the Mexican State Police. Aaron's life was never meant to be so dangerous when he starts a relationship with crime with the Commandant. His obsession with Maria blinds him from her sordid past with Commandant Luis and her vengeful estranged husband. A lucrative money scheme presents itself between the Commandant and Aaron. But this one involves Maria. It's a high-risk, lawless act. Well, I'll expand a bit beginning with the characters. Now, Aaron Landers is an ex-firefighter who operates diving tours for gringo firefighters and gets involved with the corrupt and powerful state police commandant, Luis Gutierrez. They embark in criminal activity, but that's only the beginning of Aaron's troubles. Maria Vasquez, single mom, is an alluring Mexican beauty who wants to escape her past and present in Mexico. When the two meet and begin to fall in love, Aaron has no idea of her sordid past. Hernando Vasquez, Maria's estranged husband, and the commandant share a deadly past with her. They will do anything to possess her. This thriller has some violent sections, but it also has its tender moments between Aaron and Maria, as well as her daughter. Richard Brevy is another player, a heavy drinker with plenty of money to woo Maria with. He throws his cards in with Aaron and Commandant Luis Gutierrez. Poor unlucky Richard. I feel sorry for him as he gets screwed over good. Things get crazy as the crimes draw the attention of Mexican detectives. When the Commandant goes missing, Aaron sees only one way out and does the unthinkable in a hasty, risky way, and in a bid to flee the country. Will Marie come with him? My long career as a fire rescue officer, meeting hoodlums, and winter spent in Mexico has prepared me well for this thriller. As they say, write what you know, and I know. The significance of the title is not lost. It becomes a pivotal point in the story. I know you'll enjoy it. If you do read it, please post a review where you bought it, as reviews are the lifeblood of authors. Check out my other crime books at yatzkoffbooks.com. Thank you. Have a great day and have a good read.
Thank you so much, Edward. That is very interesting. You are very correct there. Reviews are the lifeblood of an author. So, dear people, dear viewers, go ahead, get a copy of Edward's book. And when you do not forget to go back to his site and drop a review. Just like he said, reviews are the lifeblood of an author. So thank you very much, Edward, for that. I'm going to introduce our next author on this show, author J. Terpstra. David Johan Terpstra is joining us from New Zealand. AJ Terpstra is going to read an excerpt from his book, which is titled The Pilgrim's Prayer Life. Welcome to Authors and Books TV, right here on Sky Television, David.
Hi, my name is Johan Terpstra. I am a graduate in theology and ordained with over 35 years of experience with the Bible. For decades, I adapted my talent for writing original study material and teaching the material. Many of these study courses were converted into ebooks and published online on Amazon Kindle and Google Play under the pen name Excel Bible Studies. My book promotion today is The Pilgrim's Prayer Life, a publication that was originally taught as a series but which easily lends itself to a free-flowing and informative read on how to pray correctly to have prayers answered. Passages in the Bible are handled expertly, making the connection between our prayer life and our daily life. Here is an extract. The Father above is looking today. His eyes scan the crowds of believers, looking for those who will believe him. He desires to find ones to stand in his presence and to stand in the gap for the land. He calls to those who will call upon him in truth, without reserve, expecting an answer beyond the possible. Will you be one of those people? Join me on Amazon and Google to obtain copies of my published books on topics such as wellness, philosophy, religion, and study series. My health and wellness books are under the pen name Excel Wellness. Buy the book that helped spark the 1994 Baptist revival in Rotorua City. The Amazon version you can find online at churchreads.weebly.com. The Google book version find online at johanterpstra.weebly.com. The Pilgrim's Prayer Life by J. Terpstra.
Thank you all. So that is it for today. From me, from myself, and my guests. It's been a very exciting episode of EveryWoman TV. I look forward to bringing you more, presenting you with more guests. You know, if you know that you're a woman and you are in business, you run your own small business and you're looking for that extra exposure, you know, to let more people know about your business, please do not hesitate to get in touch. And also, now that we have introduced the second segment on the show, it means that it's even going to get more exciting over here. So if you're an author, you're a writer, and you've written a book, you're lucky enough to have published a book, you should know that one does not publish a book just for their own self. Your book is meant to teach, to empower, to impact, and to touch somebody else's life. So you've written that book, you've got it published. Congratulations on that. And you're doing your possible best to promote it. We are right here on Sky Television. This is the maximum exposure for your book, the opportunity for you to get, to get your book out there to reach millions more readers. So do not hesitate to give it a try. Get in touch with us and we'll happily showcase your book on this show. After all, it is the show to promote authors and their books. It doesn't really matter at what level you are with your book. If this is your first book or it's your 10th title, you're still welcome to join us on the Books and Author Show. My name is Carol Azams. I have been your host. I remain the founder and producer of EveryWoman TV, the channel that is created to promote women in business. So until I come your way again next time, it's goodbye from me and please stay blessed. Thank you and bye-bye. I don't claim to know many things, especially medical jargons, as this is a world health epidemic. But it is my hope that this book will serve well to those not here at this pivotal time to witness this pandemic, or perhaps here but are still too young to understand what it is like living through the pandemic. As at the time of going to print in February 2021, the war against the coronavirus has not yet ended, but we are hopeful. We are still stuck at home, and most people are lonely, still practicing social distancing. Life as we know it before the coronavirus pandemic may not return, and countries are still struggling with the virus. Even as it is taking longer than we all expected it to be over. I feel overwhelmed and frustrated still, but I am optimistic that we will win because we are all in this together and fighting together. I am eternally grateful to God for keeping me and my family safe in these unprecedented times. But personally, I am thankful to all the women in this book for sharing my vision to capture this moment. I am thankful to them for allowing me the opportunity to record their experiences in my book. Together, let's look forward to better days to come. I am Carol Asams.